Hi everyone, my name's Audrey. I'm a freelance graphic designer, and you might have seen my previous video on a designer's guide to acquiring clients and managing projects. If you haven't already, go check it out here. Um, but I wanted to uh, expand on that video and discuss the customer's journey. I described this in the description of that video, and that video is a really good example of what a customer journey is. I wanted to provide more of a description to what that actually is. So, the overall definition is a customer's experience with a company from start to finish. And the important thing is to look at everything that happens in between. So there are touch points, emotions, and actions that happen between the start and the finish of that entire customer journey that we need to be aware of. Even if we're designers, we have to be aware of this. It doesn't matter if you're a t-shirt designer, a logo designer. If you're doing any sort of freelance, you should be aware of this process. If you're doing publication and editorial design, you need to be looking at how customers view those products. Of course, if you're a UX UI designer, you should know this really, really well. As a side note, I was a marketing and business major. I didn't go to school for graphic design because I needed to learn the process of connecting to clients and to my clients' customers so I could better understand the why behind the design. So if you know my tagline, it's creating visuals that go beyond the surface. And this is something I really took to heart, was the customer journey and the experience of my clients. It helps businesses understand where there's a problem and where they need to seek a solution, aka you being hired. I do these things on a smaller scale, tailored to my own clients. But I do all of these things so that I build trust, loyalty, and cooperation among all of my clients. And something that goes into it is considering the touch points, the points of contact I am making with my clients. So, for example, you're watching me on YouTube. That's a touch point. But was that the first touch point? Did you find me on social media? Did you find me on my website? Did a friend share you this video? Did you get an email? Or from one of my clients? Again, did you find me on my website? Were you recommended by a previous client? Things like that are touch points where you interact with me. And then feelings. What was your emotions going through the process? Were you frustrated that maybe the link to YouTube didn't work right away? Are you frustrated this video is taking too long? I had one issue where a client reached out to me through my website and tried several times, and I was not aware that they were trying to reach me. And this was something they gave me feedback on when I finally was able to contact them, that they were like, hey, you need to fix this. They got involved, they took action and got involved in the customer journey. And sometimes that will happen early on, like they were giving me critique and feedback early on. And a lot of times I like to get my clients involved towards the end, where I do a client evaluation and we do a recap of our time together. What was good, what went wrong, what could possibly be improved for next time, the likelihood of recommending me, and if they would like to give a testimonial. But sometimes it's just making sure I have that loyalty, cooperation, and trust. And that's something I want to make sure continues beyond that project. And if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of a customer journey, you can do a map. And the map usually has 5 aspects to it: awareness, research, consideration, purchase, and support. So what this means: awareness. Your client recognizes they need help with something. They need help with a logo, they need help with a t-shirt, they need help with a poster, they need help creating X. So they're aware they need help. Now they're gonna research. They're gonna see what their options are. Oh, they could go on Canva and attempt to do it themselves because it's cheap. Okay. They could go to an agency and ask for help. They can find you on Behance. That's an option. So then they're going to go through the consideration period. They're going to look at the pros and cons. Canva, it's cheap, it's a template. You can't just copy and paste. So it might not come out with a good design. An agency might be too busy. They might have too many people on the project, which can overwhelm clients, and they might be too expensive. A freelancer might have more flexibility, might have a specific niche they're looking for and a specific aesthetic they like. It might be a little bit more affordable. So there's a couple things they need to really think about before making that purchase decision. And then once they decide, they pull that trigger and hire you. So if they're looking at a bunch of different freelancers, they might ask for proposals. They might ask for basically bids of who might be the best fit for them. And you want to make sure you have a good customer journey so that their experience with you wins them over. And that's where they make that purchase decision to hire you. That is the end goal, is to be hired. It's not actually the end goal. You have to make sure you provide support beyond that purchase point. You need to make sure that they're going to come back and return as a client. So you might reach out to them, say, hey, how did everything go when it went to the printer? Can you send me a sample? I would love to see it. Hey, I saw you did really great with this promotion. That's excellent. Do you have another one planned? You want to build that rapport with clients. It extends beyond just being hired and doing the project and getting paid. You want to make sure that they can come back to you. You want the loyalty, you want the trust, and you want the cooperation. And again, I mentioned this before. You want to make sure you're constantly validating and growing your customer journey. You want to get your customer or client's feedback on the process. You want to constantly be improving the process to better serve your clients. So again, I do a client evaluation form. This changes over time as I know my client better. A new client evaluation is going to be different than someone I've known for 5 years. I might go grab coffee with them instead of sending them a survey. It's a little bit different. So yeah, if you like this video, leave a like and then tell me why you like this video. I would love to get your feedback. See? Customer journey. It's important for any freelancer to understand this topic. And it might seem daunting as a designer, but if you want to survive in the freelance world, you need to go beyond just design in order to survive. So hopefully that wasn't too scary. If you want a good example, again, check out my other video, A Designer's Guide on Acquiring Clients and Managing Projects. If you have any questions, of course, reach out to me. And if you like this video enough and would like to see more of this, hit subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you later.